Okay guys, so today I'm gonna show you how to code this, which is basically a code previewer. I'm gonna show you how to basically code it. It's gonna be simple, quick and easy. So the first thing I want to do is create a new file, which I'll call, oh no, not that there, I mean new folder. Create a new folder actually. I'll just call it number 2, and I'll give it a name. File name, oh my god, mistake, my bad. Create a new folder, not inside here, man, what the hell. Create a new folder, code slash, I'll just call it O2 and say slash redo. Alright, and inside here I'll make an HTML file which I'll call index.html, right, and just press slash and just press tab. Wait, my bad. Not slash tab, I mean shift 1 and then press tab, and then just like that there you'll have some HTML. Voila. Okay, now we want to open this here, so we're gonna make this here. So what I'll do to open this, I'll right click and I'll open in Live Studio, and yeah, so now I want to go in here. Let's give it a title. Let's call it code viewer. You can also use this for also codes, because some people use it for codes. On a new style, and on a style tab, open a style tab, guys, which is this. Copy this name here and then make a new file here, which is basically a CSS file. Make a CSS file, copy and put save. That now we got the CSS file. Okay, now what do we want to do? First, let's change this background. Actually, let's first see does our code work. So I'll write body, curly brackets, and inside the body, to check the code work, I'll just change the background color to see how code works. Change to this color and see, and how code works. Now I'll change it to a nice color. Okay, we got a nice color. I like personally putting my colors down here, so you don't disturb me. All the colors go down there. And the first thing you want to do before, whenever you make a project with the CSS part, you want to take out all the margins by putting margin 0 and padding 0, because these things can cause problems and a lot of errors. Okay, now we're gonna go back here. Okay, since we know what we want to create, first what we want to create, let's go back here. Check this here. We got a container. This area is actually a container, and inside the container we got this div here, which is this here is a div, by the way, and this here is actually a text area. So first thing we'll make a div, right, which we'll call container, right, div, right, dot generate container, right, a class of container, right. And to show you all that the div, you see, it's basically my previous, no, it's not my previous code. I don't know what code is this, but anyway, right, interesting. But anyway, right, we to check that even if I save here, my thing won't pick up. You won't see my thing. Let's say, let me go here and show you all. If I go here and write container, right, container, I write container, right, and I write, and I want to see, let's say border, let's say border 1 pixels, and so like that there, right. See, there's it right here, there's it right here. I want personally, I want to make the width, I want a width of 350 pixels, width of 350 pixels. It's something like that there. Okay, we got something like that there. Okay, we got that there. This is the container, right? And we want to center this container here in the center, right? What I'll do to put it in the center, we'll use display. I'm gonna use flex. This is the way that everybody does it. And then what I'll do here, I'll use justify content center, right? And align item center. These two things here, this one here is for the first one, justify content, will align it in this axis here, which is the x-axis, right? And then align center, align it in this way here. Basically this one, the first one move it here to the center here, and then the next one move it here downwards. Watch. And if you say, oh, why this is not working, oh no, why is this not working, why is it not going to the center, the reason actually is the height, the body. Let me show you all, right? If I take this here, the body, right, put it here, let me show you the border, you see the border of the body, when you do the body, you must give it a height, a certain height actually, so this error doesn't arise, which will be 100 VH. And now watch how everything works perfectly. Now we got a sensor. And you'll notice the scrolling thing. If you don't want the scrolling, you can edit this here, decrease it maybe to 99. And voila, now you got a nice thing there. And we can just take out this where's this thing, this part here. And now you got this thing to the sensor. Now what would you like to do now is divide these two sections. And to do that, there we'll go inside here and we create another div. This div here I'll call holder, right? And then I'll, in this div here, I'll have two things. I'll have an just give it a header of h5, and we call this html. You can call it what you want. You can also use this for like quotes, right? Quotes, whatever. I'm just gonna do a code previewer, right? And then in here I'll use a span, right? And inside the span here I'll write code or copy, right? To make this thing look a bit tidy, I need to kind of push this a little bit back, push this more back. You want our code to look untidy now. Must look presentable. Okay. Now in here I will make a text area basically with columns. I don't care what the rows, column 30 columns, right? Inside the text area we can just put a random code. Let's take some code from the CSS. Like let's take the body code. Don't worry, this code is not going to do anything. We're just taking it from here and putting it here so you can print on the screen. We need some code to print on the screen. See, like print on the screen like that, But now we want to make this go down a little bit. So what I'll do, what would I do? Okay, let's put this thing nice. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Do I have to change anything? Code. Let's call this code. Right, and let's change this to 15. I mostly use 15. Okay, and rows, I don't need this. Okay, that's all we need. Okay, now we got all of this, right? So what I would like to do is now start editing. The first thing I'll start editing is the holder, which I'll first call out the class of the container, first of the parent, and then I'll call out the holder. And that's what you would do if you had more things, but we don't have to do that because I'm not gonna add anything else, so there's no need to do all of this here because it's gonna move. I'll just do it for demonstration's sake. For the sake of demonstration, I'll do this. For the sake of demonstrating, I'll do this. Let's put a border here so we can see what we're working on. I like putting a border my things here so I can easily see what I'm working on. Now we know that, okay, this is like this here. Now we can see what's going on here. To fix this here, what I would do, what I personally do, by the way, I will use a display flex also in here. Inside this, yeah, display flex, right? And then I will use flex direction, and I'll use rows, and we divide this into rows. Okay, now that we got that there, now all we have to do is make this more tidy. Now that we got that there, right, let's also change the height, right? Let's see what height. Let's make it like 15 pixels, pixel height, 15 pixel height. Oh, that's too tiny. Let's make it 25, right? Of course, now we can't see that depth before. Okay, let's do this first. Before we edit that there, let's move the HTML, this part here, upwards. Let's move it upwards. Just put the margin down here to make it more tidy. Let's put let's use margin top. Margin bottom there, and we can just say 9 pixels. Let's see first is what this edit. This to change that, actually, oh my bad, wrong area. What we will do, we go down here, we write container, blah blah blah, container. Okay, then we write dot holder, and then we write h5. We're editing the h5, by the way. I'm gonna add the h5. Okay, now we paste out the thing I said. Okay, the borders to see what we're working with. I like pasting my borders, makes it much more easier to see what we're working with. And then I'll put a margin bottom now, and I'll put 9 pixels to see what's going on in here. If it doesn't still go up, we can use another method. Oh yeah, also let's put overflow here just in case. Let's put it right here in the bottom. Overflow hidden. This here makes it so if let's say the HTML was, yeah, you wouldn't see it basically when it's outside. You wouldn't see it here when it's outside. So we use that to basically hide that there. That's basically it's mostly used for that there anyway. So it is what it is. Can't complain about that there. Okay, since this year the margin bottom is not new working, we can also try margin top. Basically more like the opposite or something. You can even say opposite if you like to say opposite. Oh, I just saw a mosquito trying to sting me. Can also do that there. Can also do that there. If margin bottom is doing nonsense, just do that there. Basically more like, because if you look here, if I set 14, you see what happens. And if I say this, it goes more down. It creates a margin basically on the top. It's bloody mosquitoes trying to bite me here. So basically it's more like we decrease the margin top, because maybe the margin top was maybe like 9 or something here. That's why I was pushing down. I guess, if that makes sense. Because you must know margin is like bricks. It's like bricks compiling. Margin top is like a brick on the top. 1 brick, 1 pixel. 2 pixel of margin top is 2 bricks going that does 2. Margin bottom is basically the vice versa. So anyway, now we got that there, right? We want to move. Let's also put for this, copy this here. What I'll do, I'll just take this here, copy this, paste it down here, and now right span here, put a span. And then what I'll do, take out this here, look at that bad boy there, and I want to take this here and push it here, right? So I'm gonna take that there and push it that other direction. Naturally, most of the time when you can use things like text align or something like that there, then you just could say end left, right, but it depends anyway. And if end doesn't work, basically I just play around these things here so none of them works. Even if it doesn't work, it really doesn't matter actually. I don't remember how that thing anyway works, so we'll find out later. But anyway, just forget about that there. We can also use just use margin right will take it that direction, margin left will take it that direction. We can use margin left, and then since it's 300, right, 350, I just put 300 pixels. Just put 300 pixels there. Then we can just decrease the 300 pixels to 280 or something, and voila, we got that bad boy down there, guys. And then we can decrease the height of the height for this bad boy to 15 pixels basically. That's if you like. Okay, a little bit more pixels. Let's try 19. And that's too tiny. Maybe 22. Okay, that's alright. Let's take out these borders to make it look more presentable. More, that's what the girls call it. Okay, let's make a margin here. Let's put a margin there to get some nice spacing there. Maybe a margin right, but no, margin left, I mean margin left. Okay, 10 pixels is too much. Okay, it's just right. Okay, now that we got that, even yeah, let's just decrease this a little bit to 7. Okay, we got that there. Then you might be asking me, now it's the text area, the text area actually is like dot. Just press dot container and then put text area, no dots, because the dot means class. Dots are only used for classes, to call out classes. That's how the CSS identifies them. And hash in the front of it will be IDs. You write hash, you write the name of the ID, something like that there. And what I'm gonna do here, the word, let me first this here, so you can see what I'm doing. I'll make the word 100%, right? And I'll obviously put it here. We can decrease that if you want. You can decrease that, but as you could see there, right? Let me show how overflow works, right? we can just put overflow here, right? Overflow, we can put in the y-axis, which should be here, the x-axis here. Not even overflow in the x-axis basically, but I'm just going to use the whole overflow because I want both. And then I just go to hidden, and then it should block that there. I don't know why it's not blocking this here. Block, I said block. Let's try saying it again. Okay, I don't know why it's not listening, but anyway, just forget about that there. Let's do height now. My bad. Height 100. Let's restart this. Oh no, wrong spelling. Okay, restart this here, and now you got this here. Now the problem here, then you may ask me, okay, what's the problem here? What is the problem? Now you want to put overflow to stop this thing here from coming outside. So you have to go to the container and then put it in here. Put that in here, and voila, problem solved. Okay, now let's just tell this body here. Yeah, let's take this border out of the container. So our thing looks like this now, right? So what I would do personally is put border radius, a border radius of 25 pixels around this bad boy here. Of course now you can't see it because we took out the border, but okay, let's put the border back, and then you can see this here. We'll edit it just now on front. Okay, let's make it this 15. Okay, maybe 16. Okay, that's looking much better. Okay, now let's change the style. Let's change the colors now, especially this upper area here. Alright, let's change the colors, the background color. I already got a background color for this here, so bloody mosquito trying to bite me. I'll flip and hit you. Bloody ass mosquito trying to bite me. Got mosquito problem here, guys, eh? So anyway, what I'll do here, I'll put a border. I mean, not border, I'm saying border for now. I'll put what's the hash? I'll put the color down here. You can use the same color if you want. So 1 2 3, this is the right color. I'll use this color here, right? Then I'll go down to the whole here, take out this. Did I take out? Okay, I'll take out that, and then I'll go down here by the text there, and I'll change the background color to something. I'm something like that's maybe let's just see. Use the let me use this color, which is 0D. Not that, it's O. I think this one, yeah. See, no, it's not this one. It's 17, I think. 17. Let's try that one. Okay, I guess. Okay, what's this white thing here now? Okay, let's look. There's no borders. Okay, border radius. Okay, the hold. Almost like it's the outline. Okay, we have to first find what outline, just in case there's any outline. Let's see, almost like it's the text area. I think it's the text area. None. Wait, let me do this here. Text area dot focus outline none. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not that. Maybe it's I just think called box no, not that there, man. Let's try borders, put border, 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 border none, just in case. Okay, what could be the cause of this whiteness? Just in case, leave that there. Okay, that's good. Sometimes you have to do things like this. You have to check your code. The edge, that's good. The span is good. The holder, which is this bad boy here, overflow, hidden, unnecessary. Let's take you out. We don't need you. That's only for that. Just in case, let me put border none here also, just in case. Border none. Just in case. Okay, now we know there's a border none in there. The only error will be you, bro. Let me see. Border radius that. What that? Background is that. That's that. That's that. That's that. 99. Let me see this thing right. Looks like it's the. What's this whiteness also? Let me zoom in here a little bit. I'll see this here. This here is caused by something. Let me take out this here. I think it's this. Take that this from here. Nope, definitely not that. But anyway, let's take it out from there. Let's put it down here anyway. So let's make it much more clean. Okay. Now we see this here is a body in the text area, bro. This is a body in the text area. I can clearly see as a body in the text area. You can clearly see the body there, and voila. Okay, now that we solved that there, can edit here also. See that there we can edit. Let's change the color here of the text there. Watch this here. Let's change the color orange. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? What did I do? What did I get? I just want to change the color, make it symmetrical, make the vibe. Don't know what's going on there now. Color, right? Oh no, this is our focus. Put the color here. Put it right here. Color. The color we want is, let's take this tomato color. That gives us a nice tomato color on our code, making it nice and clean. You know what they say. Okay, let me show you how we can edit this here. You see, we just rub out this whole code. Can write the code hey, and say Ricardo. We can just say, just put something like hey broski, shit like that. There we can do things like that there if you want, right? If you want. Let me show you how to not edit this code here, right? You don't want to edit this code here. What you do to do that there, you see this it's basically called read. This here basically it's this here. If you press that there, save that there, now you can't edit this here no more. See, you can't edit this. Let's change the styling here on the top here also. Let's go to so you can change the color to white or something like that. now we got a nice text area similar to this one. You can see which one looks better, guys, this one or this one. But anyway, that's how you do the thing there. We also can add some JavaScript for copying. You can just, by clicking here, you can copy your whole code if you all want. You can add some functionality for that there in JavaScript. Should be easy, it's not hard. And yeah, so basically that's the video, guys. I hope you liked it.